Sinners is directed by Ryan Coogler, starring Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld, Wunmi Mosaku, Omar Benson, Jamie Lawson, Miles Kenton, Lee Jun Lee, Delroy Lindo, Lola Kirk, Peter Drimanis, Buddy Guy, Nathaniel Arkan, Christian Robinson, Percy Bell, Jack O'Connell, Imoni Ellison, Saul Williams, Helena Hood, Janine, Tyler David Maldonado, Denaj L. Jackson, Gralene, Brian Banks, Ardeen and Carlarde, Ardeen Ward Hammond, Jack Juan Monroe Henderson, Sam Malone, and Russell C. Gibbs.
So this whole movie is set in the wild, wild west, where the African American people are just came in power, and this guy Michael B. Jordan, he wants to do something with his life. He is planning to open a bar and have a musician there, and he just wants to do that business. And then things go crazy. Things really supernatural happens, and something that I wasn't ready for. I did not see anything about this movie. I didn't even see a trailer or a video or a picture for this film. And when I was seeing like the supernatural things happening, I was like, whoa, is that what this movie is about? Yeah, that is what this movie is about. There are jump scares in this movie. I didn't really like him, especially because those were it didn't lead to anything. But I feel like when I found out the actual concept of the film, then I was like, oh, I see, now I see what the jump scares are. So yeah, that's the summary of the movie. Things go down, supernatural things happen, and there are supernatural villains in this film, and Michael B. Jordan and his gang is trying to fight off this supernatural villain. And yeah, so that's the summary of the film. One thing that comes popping right off to me as an outsider watching this film is that they are kind of showing that people who are not of color, white people, they are considered as demons in this film. And it is not even slightly hinted, it is right on the face. Like the movie shows, like everyone in this bar, every African American one in this bar is pure in a way, and there is demons, these white devils coming from outside. They just want to enter this bar and toxify all the black people with their demon blood or something like that. And I don't know like how cool it is or how okay it is to show something like that, but it is right on the face. Like they are trying to say like, oh, white people are demon blood, at least during the old times. Maybe it was okay to do those kind of things. Maybe that was the norm at that time, and that is what they are showing. But that is what they are showing right now, and it was right on the face. And I was like, okay, if you guys want to do that, then sure, cool. But apart from that one thing, I think the entire movie is really, really good. It is really there is a spiritual connection to this film. There's this one guy who is like, I was supposed to be playing this guitar, and the devil is gonna come for me if I give into my urge to play the guitar and play the song. And so that is the spiritual connection that one of the character is talking about. And he is being protected and supported by Michael B. Jordan's character because he wants musicians in his bar and he hires him. So that's how they get together and start working to this bar. One thing that I would say I really, really liked about this film is how they showed the Wild West, the accent, and everything. One more thing I just remembered, I'm going to talk about it really soon. The action and the way people talk, and the dirt on the ground, and the carts and the surrounding the forest and everything. It really gives you the feeling of what the wild west used to be, like those old times. And I know this feeling from the video game Red Dead Redemption 2. That game is awesome. Like exactly what you see in the film is what the game has shown. So it's kind of like a good review for that film too, for that game as well. Exactly what the movie is what is shown in that game, and I was able to relate to all of that because of that game. Like they showed the Wild West and those old times really well. That one thing that I wanted to talk about is that this film is shot in IMAX film. You know, there are IMAX cameras, and there are a digital version of IMAX cameras, and there are physical version of IMAX cameras. What I mean by that is one does not go on a tape, while the digital one does not go on a tape, it goes on a chip, and the sensor is a chip as well. The physical one is an actual one that goes on a tape, and this movie is filmed on an IMAX tape camera. And I believe there are only like 5 such cameras available in the entire planet, and this film is shot on that camera, and you can see it is so tangible. There is something that is you cannot get from a digital version, you can only get it from a physical version, and you have to see it in an IMAX. I saw it in an IMAX, and you can see it when you watch the film in that IMAX theater that is shot by this camera on the physical version of this camera, the IMAX camera. You can see those minute details, and it feels so real. It feels so tangible. You will not get anything like that in any of the film. Even if you watch any of those other films shot by a digital camera on IMAX, you will not get that tangible feeling. It looks like you are actually there. It looks so real and it looks so tangible. Like those characters, it does not feel like they are just a character on a flat screen. They look so real. And the surrounding, there is a shot where Michael B. Jordan is walking through the forest, and there is light coming down, like the sunlight. Most of the sunlight is being hidden by the trees and the leaves and the branches, but there is some sunlight coming through those trees and branches and putting a good like a light, light and shadow in it. And Michael B. Jordan walks through that, and that looks so real. I felt like I was already there. That is one of the major reasons why I feel like I want all you guys to watch this film in IMAX, because it is re-releasing, and they have released it because how real this movie feels. All us moviegoers go for a movie to escape the reality, at least for a span of like couple of hours. But that is why we go to movies for majority of us. We don't know that we are doing that, but we are actually doing that. Of course, we are looking for entertainment, but we are also looking for an escape. And this movie gives a very much realistic escape. That is the reason why Christopher Columbus, what the am I saying? Christopher Nolan. That is the reason why Christopher Nolan wanted to shoot Oppenheimer in a physical IMAX camera and not the digital one. It looks really real. Like, it's amazing how this movie is. It really feels tangible, really feels, you can feel everything on it. Yeah, you have to see it. I can just say words that is coming to my mind, but you will not understand unless you see it with your own eyes. It looks really real. So apart from that, there are a lot of characters in this film, a lot of different personalities that is clashing and clinging on to each other, and you will really like and appreciate almost all of them. There is one character who is part African American and most is white, and she talks like an African American, so she gets blended in too. And the way she blends in, and really you don't see any change once she starts talking to them. You forget that there is a skin change, a skin difference between her and the rest of the people in this bar. I'm talking about the skin because the film kind of shows like this bar only allows black people. That's the rule of the bar, so that's why I'm talking about it, because the movie is like that. But once she gets inside this character, Haley Steinfeld, once she gets inside this this bar and starts talking to all these African American folks in there, and the way they talk, and it blends in really cool. You completely forget that she is not black, you know. And I think that's really good. Like, you, in the end of the day, it's all about the way you talk, I feel, and the way you behave. That's all it takes to make you blend in. It's not about the color of the skin, although the movie talks about the color of the skin a lot. But I feel like that's what it is about. Sadly, they also show Haley Stein. I don't want to give any spoilers, but yeah, this movie kind of feels a little bit racist. I really like it. I really liked it, but the movie definitely does feel like could have done a little bit less reverse racism. But hey, I don't know. I'm coming from outside, and I don't know what the culture is in America, so maybe it's okay. So yeah, the central conflict in this movie is staying alive. There are demons who are out there to get you, and this movie turns really normal to paranormal in an instant, and you won't even realize it unless you have seen the trailers or something. If you have not, like me, this movie will surprise you with this supernatural aspect to it. And initially I was like, okay, I'm watching a Wild West movie where Michael B. Jordan is trying to make some business, and this is purely a drama movie. It is not a drama movie. There is so much more to this movie than just some drama. Yeah, so that is all it is. The change in character. You will see Michael B. Jordan is going from I am a survivor, I survive, I can do business, all the things, to freaking sacrificing himself, and really going out for people he care about. And that's one change that I feel like is very important for this film and for the character as well. And because of his whatever he does, you see the good guys survive, and then they make their name for those good guys, for themselves and for everyone else. But yeah, that's the movie. There is one part where the movie goes, I really like that part. Like, the movie goes right from being in the old time where they are singing in the bar, having old Western music playing and black people music like jazz, I believe, that is playing, and then there is a whole like camera turn that happens where you see the transition or the progression of black people's music from jazz to completely something else, and it goes all the way to rapping and DJing and all that. And you see people changing the way they dress and the way they talk and dance. All those things change, and I'm like, what is happening? I don't get it, but I like it, so yeah, like, I really like that one scene. And then it goes back to being all Wild West, old times. There is one scene which is very subjective, like the villains who show up. They, right after this crazy scene happens, you see the whole freaking place is up in flames, and it's kind of like a vision that the antagonist is seeing. That's what he wants to do to this place, and that all shot, the cinematography is just awesome. Like, it was really amazing. So yeah, that's my thought on this film. I believe there was a little reverse racism in this film, but apart from that one thing, I feel like this movie was really good. The characters were really believable. The environment, the world of the story was very believable. As I said, it's all shot in IMAX, so everything feels really tangible and really Wild West. Put me back to my days of playing Red Dead Redemption 2 game. Yeah, it's really amazing, and I really I want you guys to watch this film. I don't think it's gonna last for a couple of more weeks, like one more week maybe, because it is a re-release. They have released this film a couple of months ago, and then there was a demand, so they re-released it. So while it's in the theater, I would highly recommend you guys to watch it. It's IMAX, it's on the real tape, so yeah, it's really amazing. So yeah, that's the review for the film. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's the review. See you in the next video. All right, see ya, bye.